There we go.
Hey.
Hey.
Thanks, everybody, for returning to watch us live again.
Oh, wait.
Thanks to the studio audience. Yes, we always appreciate so many people coming out. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you. You're too kind.
Okay.
All
Wow,
right.
a lot of people came to visit today for the Happy New
know.
Year 2023 Queen's Home Team YouTube and podcast and
Yes.
all those wonderful things.
There must be a lot of people out there that are very interested in the New York City real estate market. Hey, guys,
Hey!
relax, please.
Oh, I had no idea it was that popular of a topic. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen and animals alike.
Yes, there are a
Happy
few
New Year,
animals in
Happy
the
New
crowd,
Year,
just in
Happy
case
New
you're
Year.
wondering.
All
Okay,
right.
are we ready to
Yeah.
get this thing going?
So exciting.
Let's do this. Okay, so this week, it's the first week of January. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, all.
I hope everybody had a
and
good
to
time.
you, sir.
Yes, Happy New Year, doll.
Happy New Year, Mr. Herrera, George.
Yes. I hope everybody had a good holiday season and a nice end of year and is having a nice start to the year.
Yes, and I wish everyone, as cliche as it can sound, peace, happiness, blessings,
Yes.
and a lot of laughter.
Yes, laughter and
We need
love.
a lot of laughs
Yes,
this year.
we have to laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're following the same format as we did last year in the weekly podcast episodes, except this year, I'm hoping that my partner in crime over here will be able to join me more often. So you might get to hear from the Abigail the Great more often.
Oh, I shall be present.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. Week 1, January 2023.
Well,
And
wait. But can you tell us a little bit about what we will be going over in topics?
Yes. Okay. So today we're going to cover, usually we do a question or topic of the week. And today, because it's the beginning of the year, I figured we would do market predictions for 2023.
Okay.
So I'm going to rapid fire some questions to you, and then we're going to give our predictions.
So we're going to go over market predictions
Yes.
for 2023.
And
we're going to
then-
go through the next either aha or tip of the week.
Yes.
Then we're going to go over new listings
Yes.
to come.
Mm-hmm.
And then market insights.
Yes.
And then lastly, what we're reading, watching, or listening to, right?
That's correct. Yes. And
Wow,
for the
I thought I could read your brain, but actually you have cheat sheet notes for those of you who can't see.
Yes. And
Yes.
for the aha of the week, Abby has an aha related
do.
to an executor and what happens if they can't perform their duties. And then I have a tip regarding a rule of thumb for calculating buyer closing costs, for knowing how much you'll anticipate in closing costs. So, shall we jump right in?
Please, in the order that
This is where you need
in the order that I just
This
said
is
it.
where you need the splash, the diving sound effect. Splash. Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. Market predictions for 2023. This is for Queens because Abby and I, we specialize in Queens County. So for Queens County, what is your prediction in terms of home prices? Will prices be up or down in 2023?
I think prices will be down,
Okay.
but yeah, just
And
just
this
black
is
and
just
white
for the whole
down.
county. Yeah.
And I'm not saying how much down. I'm not saying it's going to be a significant drop.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it will be down.
Down from 2022.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my prediction. How about yours, George?
My prediction is that they will be up slightly. So like
Okay.
2%.
Oh, okay.
Or like
to be
1.7%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's make a bet.
So let's do it. Yeah, because next year
$5.
we're going to do this $5 bet.
$5. I say. Wait.
You
but
say
wait a
down,
minute.
I say up.
But wait a minute. You're talking about as a general whole.
All of Queens County, the median home price.
Okay, and this is all relative to co-ops, condos,
residential,
single, family,
everything.
multi. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I predict up between 1.7 to 2%.
Okay, and I predict down without any
Yeah,
specifics.
just down.
$5.
$5.
All
You
right.
got it. All
I
right.
just shook.
Next one, mortgage rates. What is your prediction? Okay. Right now, the average rate for a 30-year fixed rate mortgage is about 6.4%. So let's say mid sixes. Do you think we end the year up or down from where we are right now?
I say down. And what say you, sir?
Yes, I say down. and I'm gonna give my prediction too, just for
Okay.
fun,
Okay.
just because it's fun.
All right.
I say mid fives at the end of the year, and I'm only doing that because that's what Lawrence Yun, the chief economist for NAR, said. So I'm just gonna piggyback on his
Okay.
prediction.
All right.
Five and mid fives.
All right.
End of
Let's
year.
go for it.
Okay. You don't have a specific prediction of where, just
No,
lower.
no.
Okay, gotcha. So next is month supply.
Okay.
I didn't actually pull up the month supply for where we're at right now. So we'll have to get that. But what do you predict in terms of month supply? Will it be up or down? And do you have a specific range of month supply that you will hit by the end of the year?
Month supply.
And month supply, for everyone who doesn't know, this is the figure that measures supply and demand in real estate. So it's what tells you if you're in a buyer's market or a seller's market. Anything below 5 months of supply is considered a seller's market. Anything over, let's say, 7 months supply is considered a buyer's market. 5 to 7 is generally considered a balanced market.
And once again, we're just talking about the market in a whole.
It's
not,
all of
not
Queens County,
specifying the
just
type
Queens
of property
County.
that it is.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I say that it will be up.
Oh, higher. Okay, higher
Okay.
month supply. I agree with you there. And I will give my figure prediction. I think we'll be over 8 months by the end of the year.
And where are we right now?
I think we're around 6 because
Okay.
the last time I did it for the last quarter, it was maybe 5.9. It was somewhere around 6, a balanced market. But with the low demand environment, I feel like inventory will grow, sales will contract,
Okay.
and I think we'll end up 8 or more.
Okay.
All right. Next thing is, what will be, in your opinion, the most sought after housing type in Queens in 2023?
2-family, multifamily home.
Oh, so 2, 3, 4.
Specifically 2-family.
Yeah, I agree with you there. 2 family, I think, is still the house hack. It always made sense and just makes even more sense with going into a possible recession. Now, what do you think will be the least sought after housing type?
I think a
This is where I need the Jeopardy music.
1-bedroom co-op apartment.
Okay. No, I'm with you right there.
And the only reason why I say that is because there's been a larger supply of this type of inventory
Yeah.
this year. So I would say that least sought after, meaning it's gonna get more I believe more inventory will grow for this type of co-op apartment. It's not necessarily what's least sought after, it's because of inventory, the current inventory.
Yeah. And even in 2022, 2021, co-op demand was already dwindling, and now even more so with the market dynamics. So,
Okay.
yeah, I agree with you there. And specifically 1 bedroom, because 2 bedrooms tend to do still pretty well, but 1 bedroom seem to be the ones that take a little longer.
Okay.
Okay, so now next one, which neighborhood do you predict? Which Queens neighborhood do you think will see a double-digit price gain in 2023, if any?
What
Just-
do you think?
For me, I think East Elmhurst, 11369 or 11370, one of those, or Middle Village. I mean, Middle Village has been growing. It's the demand there seems high. It's been high, and it seems to continue to grow. And East Elmhurst seems to be getting spillover demand from people who are priced out of Astoria or Jackson Heights. They seem to be, moving into East Elmhurst 11370 or 11369. So I would say one of those.
Okay. I would say I agree with you for Middle Village. I would say possibly Jackson Heights.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that can happen for sure. So we'll check back next January.
Okay.
All right. So that is our market
me.
predictions for 2023. We're going to revisit this in January, and we're going to see how we did. Okay, this will be interesting. First time to do it. So Next thing is our aha or tip of the week. And for an aha, Abby wanted to share the answer to, I guess, what?
Wait, you missed one. Neighborhood that will see double-digit price
Oh,
decline.
yeah. Okay. The last one, the neighborhood with that will see a double-digit price decline. Any prediction for that?
What do you mean by double-digit?
Like 10% or more.
None.
None?
No.
Wow. Oh, I do
Not
think,
on average.
yeah, a
10%
median price decline.
decline.
Yeah. Well, some areas in the country are predicted to go down, 20+%, but I don't see
I
that
don't see that
happening
for New
here.
York City. Not for Queens.
10%, I can see 10, 11, 12 um, in areas where lower down payment buyers get priced out more often when rates go up.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe areas where it's a big first time home buyer market, FHA loan market, those neighborhoods. Maybe
Okay.
areas in Southeast Queens, one of those neighborhoods. Maybe you might see, I think, maybe a neighborhood or two with double digit price
Okay.
declines.
I
Okay.
predict that double-digit price decline will not happen. And
Okay.
going back to the double digit
Okay.
for the price, and this is on average, again, being
Median
specific.
price, yes.
This is for all property types. And then going back to the whole double digit price gain, I'll have to take that back of my predictions for Middle Village
Okay.
and as well my Jackson Heights. For a double digit price gain,
You'd have to
I
see a
don't
kind
I
of
don't
a
see that
surge in
happening.
demand
I
somewhere.
don't see that happening.
Nowhere in
So
Queens.
let's bet again.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
see a 10%.
I see a neighborhood which I think is either East Elmhurst or Middle Village with a 10% or more price
Okay.
increase, appreciation.
Okay.
But I win even if any neighborhood gets 10%
Okay. Five
because you
dollars.
think none.
And
Okay,
we're
we're
shaking
in
on
it.
it.
We're in
And
it for a nickel.
of course, you are the one that is day in and day out analyzing these numbers. So I'm just gonna go with my gut.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're an expert. You're a market expert.
I'm
You
gonna go with
might
my
you
gut.
you very well could beat me.
Okay.
Okay, so next thing is the aha of the week, which Abby wanted to share something with all of you related to executor, executrix. Would it relate to administrators too?
Sure.
Administrators who cannot perform their duties. So, what happens if an executor or executrix cannot perform their duties?
So this came up in question because we are currently representing a client, and this exact topic came up in question. So we had to seek the actual answer from our real estate lawyer, who we work with often. His name is Elias Malikuzakis.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Elias.
Elias. Handles estate sales, and he also handles real estate representation. He's a great lawyer, so shout out to Elias.
Yes.
But he there was actually a few things that came up that can be done or what would happen. So there's ways that you can put the property in a trust, so that way exactly how what you want to be handled within the trust can be still performed thereafter. Like
Okay.
basically it takes away what an executor or executrix is there to do. You now have trustees that are assigned to the trust itself that can perform duties. Now, in the event it's singular, you have an executor, executrix, or administrator of any estate. In the event they cannot perform their duties for any reason, from what I understand, it has to go back into probate, and then they have to someone else has to be
Anew.
assigned, which is interesting because probate already in itself in New York City, in our experience, it takes a while. We've seen
Yeah. 4
pre-pandemic at
months,
best
3,
4
4
months, but
yeah.
we've seen probates that can last
6
even up to
months,
6
yeah.
months to a year even. So it's really an important decision because understand people that have already gone through probate knows how lengthy it can be, and if they want to
Yeah.
go through probate again in case this person cannot perform their duties, you really have to talk through your ideas with your lawyer, your state
Very
lawyer.
true.
Okay.
So
Good to
two
know.
questions there.
Yes.
So now if you probate a will, someone passes away, you probate the will, is the suggested action to avoid this? You would open a trust right after you probate the will, and then put the house in a trust, and that way, if anything happens, then there's already another trustee that can make decisions.
I mean, I would not be the person to answer that.
Okay.
I really
Is that what you understood? Is that the whole
no.
thing
I
about the
mean,
trust?
this is ultimately,
Oh, prior to having a trust prior to, and that way you avoid probate altogether.
Even right now
Uh
is
huh.
as it currently stands, if someone wants to put the property in a trust now with
Yeah.
trustees assigned,
Uh huh.
there can be a way to do that.
Sure.
So with this
Okay.
particular situation right now,
Yeah.
however, going back before someone passes, if you wanted to that's a whole different topic. If you
Yes.
wanted to protect your assets, be able to avoid probate, you want to consider putting property in a trust
Yeah.
prior to the owner's passing.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
that's a whole nother topic. And again, we encourage you to seek counsel.
Yes, we are not estate planning attorneys.
Yes.
Now, the second question was, okay, so the probate, if you probate the will, or if you put it in a trust, that avoids that. But what situations can happen that would prevent an executor from being able to perform their duties?
Maybe they are ill. Maybe they're
Okay.
having issues with their health.
Yeah.
It could be where maybe they just have no interest at all.
Or
They
no
don't want
time,
to.
or
Time.
okay,
Yeah, it could be
okay.
a number
They
of
just
things.
can't do what they need to do in order
Yes.
to, okay.
They can't perform their duties.
Gotcha.
There.
Duties. Okay. Got it. Got it. All right. So next is going to be my tip of the week, which is the rule of thumb for buyer closing costs. Now, this is a rule of thumb that we use here in Queens. I don't know about other parts of the country, but here in Queens, most lenders and most agents will tell you, if you ask how much are my closing costs going to be, they usually say you can estimate 4 to 5% of the mortgage amount. So whatever your loan amount is, multiply that times 4 and 5%, and that should be a realistic range that you can expect for how much to pay in closing costs. Now, if it's higher than 5%, I always suggest you want to dig into those numbers, because if it's higher than 5%, you might be paying additional fees, or you might be getting um, overcharged somewhere in your closing costs. So definitely dig deeper into the numbers if it's over 5%. But 4 to 5% seems to be every time we've purchased, and when we've run the numbers for other clients, it seems to fall somewhere in that range, 4 to 5%.
So always do your learning lesson here. Do your due diligence.
Yes.
Review your closing disclosure
Your loan
before the
estimate, yeah.
closing. Review your loan estimate.
Yeah.
If this is your first time, which is many people first time, you're a novice, you just have someone else take a look for you.
Yes, and the
Have
loan
a
estimate.
secondary person take a look for you and give advice. People that have already been through this.
Yeah, yeah. Don't just sign loan estimates. You e-sign. Don't just sign it and let it go without taking a look. Get on the phone with your loan officer and have them walk you through each section, each box. Have them walk you through and ask questions, because that's how you'll learn what each section is for, what all the closing costs are, and make it make sense, because there's a lot of numbers in there, and some of them are variable, some of them are fixed, some of them won't even be finalized until you get ready to close. But definitely dig in there. 4 to 5%. That's your rule of thumb. And then if you're paying cash, it's much lower because you don't have all the mortgage fees. If it's over $1 million, the purchase price, that's when the mansion tax kicks in. So you pay a 1% mansion tax if the sale price is from 1 million up to 2 million. And then it goes up 1.25% up to 3.9 million. And then if you buy a property over 25 million, the mansion tax is 3.9%.
Ooh la
So
la.
food
I'll
for
take
thought.
three.
Okay.
Three $25 million properties.
Yes, a penthouse in the city, please. Okay. So next.
Wait, so you wanted to kind of break down what closing costs look like, which include bank fees, attorney fees, building fees, title insurance, home insurance, mortgage recording tax,
Yes.
flip taxes, transfer taxes, etc.
Yeah.
Now, all of these may apply to you if you don't live in
No.
a building, obviously, but again, due diligence,
Yeah.
review the paperwork you are signing.
Yes. So
All right.
definitely there's a lot of fees in there, but
All right.
that's a good rule of thumb to keep in mind. Now, for new listings for the week, next week, we don't have any new listing hitting the market next,
Next week, it'll be
but
the following.
Yeah, the following week we have a 2-family coming up in Astoria. And if you're looking for a 2-family in Astoria, then you can send us a message, and we can let you know as soon as it hits the market. But it'll be a 2-family semi-detached in Astoria coming soon.
Coming soon.
All right.
And mention you heard the podcast and you said, oh, I heard there's a two family coming soon.
Ooh.
So that's how we'll know you're listening.
Mention the pod and you'll get a special greeting
The
at the first
pod.
showing. Okay.
We'll even
Awesome.
have hand clapping for you too.
Yeah. When you come into the open house, that's what you're going to hear. Oh, stop, everybody. Stop it. You're too much. Okay. Next section is our market insights.
Yay.
This is where you get the exciting sound effects. Crowd is just going crazy. Okay. Right now, the 10-year treasury is at 3.6%. And the 10-year treasury has been going down for the last like 6 weeks. So the 10-year and that means mortgage rates have been coming down as well. So mortgage rates have been going down. Like we said, they came down from the mid 7s to the mid 6s. And right now the 10-year treasury is at 3.6%. So that'll be something good to monitor for the year. Mortgage rates right now, the average rate for a 30-year fix, 6.42%. December, now this is something that happened, just got reported today. The December employment data showed strong job growth last month. Wages rose at a slower pace than expected. Okay, so part of inflation is that there's been a lot of wage growth, and that's what they say contributes a lot, and they want to get the wage growth down. So wage growth meaning people getting paid more.
Paper.
Yeah.
Dinero.
So I'm going to read this verbatim from the article because I think it sheds some good light and you might learn something here too.
Wait, can I read it? Because then it makes me feel so smart.
Do it.
Okay.
Go.
The Labor Department's final jobs report of 2022 showed the U.S. economy added 223,000 payrolls last month, while the unemployment rate fell to 3.5%. Economists had expected readings of 200,000 and 3.7% respectively.
So what does that tell you there?
I don't know. Tell me, please.
So there was more payrolls added last month, more jobs added than economists were expecting, and unemployment actually went down. They were expecting 3.7%. It went down to 3.5%. Normally, that's great news. But the Fed is trying to bring down inflation, bring down wage growth. So ironically, it's not necessarily the best news. They want to see unemployment go up so they can tamp down inflation. So this is just showing like how strong the job market is. So that's interesting, just how strong the job market continues to be.
Interesting.
So the next thing it says, you want to read the next one?
Yes, employment has moderated in recent months, but hiring remains momentous despite the Federal Reserve's effort to quell a tight labor market that has placed upward pressure on wages and contributed to stubborn inflation.
So what do you take there?
So,
Still a lot of hiring. Still a lot of hiring happening.
I think it's exactly what you said. It's like, ironically, it's not balance. Things are not balancing. It's like going against what they need to do
What they're trying to do,
in order to, affect inflation.
Yeah, and so, yes.
Yes.
And so you probably heard the term there, tight labor market. So what is a tight labor market?
It's holding steady.
So a tight labor market, the labor market is considered tight when job openings are plentiful and available workers are scarce. So there's a lot of job openings, but not enough people taking the jobs.
What is going on here?
Yeah.
Why?
That's the tight labor market.
Why are people not taking jobs when they're available?
I know.
That baffles me.
Well, that's even baffling economists because they're not understanding why is the labor market still so tight. It's interesting. I mean, I don't know if it's the gig economy or
what type of jobs are open right now.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
Yeah, because this is all, payroll type of jobs. And now you have a lot of gig workers. You have a lot of freelance workers, Fiverr people making money, side hustles. So those things I don't think get factored in there.
It would be good if there was one national list of where they categorize job openings to make it easier for people that are actually searching for jobs or want to change their type of employment.
I think it's called Indeed.com. I think there's places where you can go.
All
but
right.
Yeah, we haven't looked for a job in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, the third one, last paragraph.
With over 1.8 unfulfilled jobs for every unemployed person, investors should expect higher rates for longer after today's release. Lazard chief market strategist, is that correct?
Hmm.
Ron Temple said in a note, as long as the labor market remains this tight, the Fed cannot rest assured that inflation will return to its 2% target. Where are we? Where are we right now?
At 7.1%.
So
Yeah.
they're hoping it can go to 2% from
That's the target. It has
7.1%.
to get there. Yeah, we got down from we were at over 9% at one point, and we got it down to 7.1%. They need to get it down to 2%, and this will make it harder. The tight labor market. So what
So,
that means
George,
is
what is the solution that you're offering?
no, there's no solution. It just means if anyone was thinking that there would be rate cuts by the end of the year, if this continues, there most likely won't be any rate cuts in 2023. And
Got
they
it.
might just maintain they're slowing the pace of rate hikes and probably won't be a lot of rate hikes moving forward, but they'll probably remain steady for the year.
All right.
All right? There you go. Food for thought. All right, so the last thing is what we're reading, watching, or listening to.
Okay.
Shall I go first,
Sure, please.
or ladies first?
No, please go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm reading right now is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, and it's a very cool read. If anyone is into philosophy or even mindfulness. So meditations, what it is in the whole intro, there's a long introduction explaining the the book and what it actually is. And what it is just over time they have been copied over and over, but it's his personal journal, pretty much what he would write to himself. So it's not about meditating; it's all of his journaling that he had for himself. And so you're just reading what he would write to himself, but it's super fascinating. He was a Roman emperor in the 2nd century, so around 160 AD. So anyone who's interested in just that time period and just, deep, high level thinking, kind of philosophical stuff, it's a great read so far. And yourself? She's reading Harry Potter.
No, no, I'm not reading that.
No, no.
I'm reading the book, but I can't remember the name of it right now. It's over there on the table.
Oh, 101 Leadership Insights.
Yes, thank
Yeah, I
you.
think that's what it is.
And the author?
It's Bob Phillips, I think.
Okay, well, that's
Yeah.
helpful.
But that's a book you're reading, right?
Yeah, I like
101
it.
Leadership
It's
Insights.
a quick read, two
Two
pages
pages.
per chapter.
Yeah.
Love that.
I know my
Within a few words, it allows you to marinate on those words and how
Yes.
you can understand what leadership means.
Yes, and it's I mean, if anyone is looking into getting into reading and they're not a reader, just read 2 pages a day. It's so doable, and it's all you need to give yourself a little bit of mental energy for the day, or just something to think about. So that's a great one.
Also using Duolingo to continue to practice my Spanish skills.
Oh, that's something you're listening to, I guess.
Listening to, yes.
All right, all
We've been
right.
watching a lot of shows too. Westerns,
Oh, yes,
old
yeah.
westerns.
Okay, so real quick,
Yes.
before we sign off here for the week, the shows we're watching starting 2023. We're watching 1923 on Paramount Plus. We're watching Tulsa King on Paramount Plus. We're watching Wednesday on Netflix. We're watching Shantaram on Apple TV. We're watching Outer Range on Amazon Prime. Just started it. Fire. What else are we watching? Is
That's
that
it. Yeah.
Is that it? That's
All
pretty
right,
much
now what I'd like to say, that's it. So we're gonna. This is
Okay.
what I'd like to do before we wrap this up, and this is new.
it. Okay.
For the first person, this is not inclusive of my team.
Oh,
For the first person that reaches out to me directly to say, "Hey, I heard your podcast, the first of the year with you and George,
yes.
with the $5 bet,
Starbucks.
I will send you a $25 gift card from Starbucks."
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
The
yeah.
first person that either calls, texts, or emails me to let me know, "Hey, Abby, I heard you and George podcast where you were betting $5.
Yes.
Please send me my gift of 25."
Yes.
All right.
And there'll be links in the show notes there'll be a link, Abby's phone number, email address, so you can easily reach out.
This could be anyone. Not
Anybody.
our team, though.
Can't be the team.
Anyone. It could be a realtor. It could be a buyer. It could be a homeowner. It could be just someone randomly listening. I would love to. That would be really hilarious, actually.
Just to find out. Yeah.
I would be really excited.
Hey, lattes on us. All right, awesome. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning in, everyone who's listening. It's our first episode of the year, and this year our goal is to remain more consistent. So our goal is to put out an episode every single week and hold us to that. So don't be. You can reach out to us anytime and make sure we put one up, but we'll be aiming and intending to be very consistent and disciplined with our episodes. Thanks as always for tuning in, y'all. Happy birthday to the big bro, Jun Jun. Take care, y'all, and have a great weekend.
Have a great one, y'all.
Take
Thanks
care.
for listening. Take
Bye.
care.